So one of the things that you can do in Affinity is go ahead and create out your own patterns by using the hats fill tool as well. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to go to the vector section, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in, let's say, for example, a diamond tool right here, just like this, a diamond shape. So now I'm going to go around over here onto the fill tool right here. So over here, once I go to the fill tool, I'm going to make sure that the diamond layer is selected. And then I'm going to go around over here onto the top. And then I'm going to click on the type drop down and select out hats. Once you do that, you can see that the hats is applied. So you can go ahead and, let's say, for example, change around the size of the hats right here. You see these lines right here, just like this. You can click and drag to rotate it out as you like as well. And you can see that this is a pattern. So around over here, what you can do is you can go ahead and rotate it out right here, just like this. As you can see, just by clicking on it right here, rotate out in different angles. You can go ahead right here and reverse out the hats as well, so that you can see that the thin lines are one color and the other lines are the bright color right here. You can go ahead and reverse again. There's maintain aspect ratio, meaning if I were to resize, then what happens is that the aspect ratio is maintained, but I only have one hat, so you don't really see it that clearly. So talking about one hat, you can actually go ahead onto the hats tool as I click right here, and you can see that only one line is there. So you can go ahead and change around the rotation right here, just like this. You can go ahead and change around, let's say, for example, the shift right here. You can go ahead and then shift out the lines right here as you like right here a bit, as you can see in millimeter level right here. Apart from that, if you were to go and expand, you can see the shift right here, and you can even see the spacing right here, as you can see right here. So you can go around over here, change around the spacing in between the hats as well. So you can also go ahead and add in a dash and a space right here. Let's say, for example, if I were to go ahead and say 20 dash right here, and let's say, for example, 10 millimeter of dash, then you can see the dashes right here, just like this. You can even add in multiple line, like you can add in line 2, let's say, for example, and change around the spacing between the lines as well, and even go ahead and resize it out as you like right here. You can go ahead and then resize it out right here. Click and drag it out, and this is what you have. Let me just go around over here, and you can see the spacing right here. You can go ahead and change out the spacing as you like right here, just like this, as per how you want. And you can even go ahead and rotate out that particular hats right there, and add in a dash right here and a space for that as well. Let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and say 15 millimeter right here, and I'm going to go ahead and say 5 millimeter for this one right here. So you got a particular pattern. You can go ahead and add in other line as well, and then you can go around over here and change around the spacing right here, just like this, for that particular line as well, and even go ahead and work around with the shift for it right here, as you can see, just like this. You can go ahead and change it out as per how you like. So you can see, like, this is what I have. Let me just press Ctrl Z because I accidentally clicked there. So now you can see that I have this particular hats right here. I can go ahead and resize it, place it wherever I want right here, and then I can actually go ahead and change out the size of it as well, just like this. You also have this option right here to rotate out the content as well. So apart from that, you can see that you can even change around the thickness of the hats by using this tool as well. Apart from that, you can actually go around over here and choose the background color of the hats, and then the foreground color right here, just like this as well. So this is what you have, and you got a pattern, as you can see right here. So now what I can also do is I can anchor this to the document, meaning if I were to actually go around onto the move tool and then move, you can see that the pattern right here is actually there in the background. But what I can actually do right here is go to the fill tool and then remove the anchor right here, and then the pattern will simply move out with the shape right here. So apart from that, you can also go around over here onto styles and then right click and create a style out of it. So if I were to actually go around over here and let's say, for example, create another shape right here, I can actually apply this as a style right here. And you can see the hats right here, just like this. So this is what you have, as you can see. And if I were to go around over here, you can see that the hat is actually interactive for this shape as well right here. So this is what you have, and you can see that this is what you have. You can see that I say maintain aspect ratio. So if I were to actually disable this, I can go ahead and push out the hats and pull it out as well, just like this. So that is what you have. You can go ahead and change around the point and so forth. So let's say, for example, if you are sure, like you just want to have this hats right here, you don't want to make any further changes, then you can actually go around over here onto the fill tool and bake the appearance right here. So once you do that, you can see that now you cannot actually go ahead and make changes, but it's actually baked on as a particular let's say, for example, style right here for this shape, just like this. So that is how you can go ahead and add in hats fill as you like inside of Affinity. So I hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.